Derek's eyebrows shot up. "Aren't you one of our guards?" Clark shook his head. "Not today." He glanced down the hall, then disappeared, his boots echoing in the distance. At 2:55 p.m., two other guards appeared outside Eric and Derek's cell. They nodded, unlocking the heavy door with a loud click. Eric and Derek rose. The guards took their positions behind them, their expressions stony, as they guided Eric and Derek down the long, echoing hallways. They passed through thick metal doors, each one clanging shut with a finality that seemed to echo for miles. Finally, they reached the last door, which led outside to the fenced cage. The metal groaned as it swung open, and Eric and Derek stepped out into the open air. The sunlight hit their faces, and they grabbed onto the chain link, inhaling a lungful of fresh air. The two guards positioned themselves in opposite corners of the cage, keeping a close eye on them. Meanwhile, in another location, Tatiana stood with a technician in a bright control room. She wore her yellow robe, the hood casting a shadow over her face. The technician held up a metal hoop lined with plastic explosives and pointed to the attached detonator. "It's all set," he said. "The hoop has enough plastic explosives to blast a hole in the cage ceiling. The detonator's on a 10-second timer, so once you place it, get clear." Tatiana nodded, her gaze steady. She took the device in her hands, her fingers curling around it. "I'm ready." The technician activated the timer with a click, and Tatiana vanished, instantly reappearing on top of the cage. Below her, Eric and Derek spotted her immediately. They exchanged a quick glance, then followed her instructions, diving behind the two guards. Tatiana set the explosive hoop on the top of the cage. Then, in a flash, she was gone. The guards barely had time to glance up, confused by the movement, when the bomb detonated. A loud explosion echoed across the prison grounds as a perfectly round hole blasted through the top of the cage, sending shards of metal and smoke into the air. The guards' bodies, that slumped unconscious to the floor, protected Eric and Derek from the shrapnel. In less than a second, Eric and Derek teleported to freedom to join Tatiana,